Good morning, my dear students. Today I am here with English literature, lesson 3. The name of the lesson is Kelopali. I think first time you are hearing the name Kelopali and you are confused with what is Kelopali. Kelopali is a monster. It's a monster. Monster. I think in class 5 you have studied the story of a monster. Monster means it is very frightening. Its appearance itself will make us fearful, frightening. So it's a folk tale. It's a folk tale. What is the meaning of folk tale? Folk tale. Folk tale. Folktale means a story that is the part of the oral tradition of the people. Some people used to believe such kind of stories. And today I am going to teach you this. Let us study the folktale that comes to us all the way from the North Pole. North Pole. North Pole, we have 4 poles, North Pole, South Pole, East and West. Today we are going to study the story that has come from North Pole and Inuit folktale. Inuit, I-N-U-I-T, Inuit, I-N-U-I-T. Inuit means Eskimos. I will teach you the meaning and right there. Inuit folktale that tells us the story of a monster called Kelopali. So these Eskimos used to believe in Kelopali, in this monster. So they used to spread it out, the story of Kelopali. But is he really frightening? Still the Eskimos are having doubt in them. They are just doubting that whether this monster is really frightening. And as we read the story, as I teach you the story, you will come to know whether Kelopali is frightening monster or not frightening monster. We are going to see it in the stories. Please pay attention. Now I am going to teach you page number 24. In page number 24, you can view the picture of Kelopali. Please have the close view of the picture. You can see the Kelopali and the Eskimos there. Kelopali is a strange being. It's a strange being who lives in the northern seas. So Kelopali is a strange being. Strange means unusual. We won't be able to see everywhere. It is very rare. Who lives in the northern seas. It's not living anywhere on earth. It is living in the sea. His body is like that of a man, except that his feet are very large and look like sealskin muffs. So his body is like that of us. His body is like that of a man, like us. Except his feet are very large and his feet are very big, very large and look like sealskin muffs. Seal is a kind of a fish which lives in northern pole, in the cold region. So it is looking like seal skin muffs. Muffs means M-U-F-F. Muffs means piece of a fur. Piece of fur. What is fur? What is fur? Fur we get from birds, such as birds, all kinds of birds. So its appearance is like us, but it is having very big feet and its skin is like piece of fur, very soft. His clothing is made of the skins of eider ducks. Eider ducks means it's a kind of a sea duck. Eider. It's to be pronounced as eider. Eider ducks. As the bellies are white and their backs are black. So what is the kind of the eider ducks? Appearance of the eider ducks. Eider ducks appearance is their bellies. Bellies means stomach. Bellies. Bellies. Meaning of belly is stomach. So the appearance of eider ducks, their bellies are white and their backs are black. So it is having two colors, black and white. So its bellies are white and backs black. His clothes are spotted all over. Now again we are coming back to Kalopali. His clothes. Kalopali's clothes are spotted all over. Spotted means it is having marks all over. Like strips, lines. He cannot speak. Kalopali cannot speak. He is unable to speak, but cries all the time. B. It is crying all the time. It cannot speak. So how it used to express something? It used to cry, making the sound, can make sound B. So now we come to know some sort of the behavior of or the appearance of Kalopali. It cannot speak. It can only cry all the time, or whenever it needs anything, it used to cry, only making the sound B. His jacket has an enormous hood. Jacket. In the winter season we wear jacket. Enormous. Enormous means very big. Enormous. E-N-O-R-M-O-U-S. Enormous. Enormous means very big. And hood. What is hood? Hood means, the meaning of hood is a covering for the head and neck. In the winter season, the jacket which we have, it has a cap to cover our head. So its jacket has an enormous hood, which is an object of fear to the Inuit. So already we have said its body is like a man, so we won't be frightened. But by seeing the hood of this Kalopali, the Eskimos used to be frightened. They used to get frightened by seeing the hood. For if a kayak upsets and the boatsman is drowned, kayak means it's type of a boat, and the boatman is drowned. If he is in the water, drowned, Kalopali grabs him and puts him into the hood. So he is helping the people. See how kind he is to the people. So suppose if a boatsman is drowning in the water, Kalopali used to grab him. Grab means hold him. He used to grab him and puts him into the hood. So it will be very big hood and his body will be very huge or enormous. That's why it is said that it has a enormous hood, very big head covering it is having. So he used to save the people by taking them from the water and he used to put them in his hood. An old woman and her grandson in the cold North Pole were living alone in a small hut. Now we are going to enter the story part. The story of a old woman and her grandson. They were living in the North Pole alone and they were having only a small hut. So the grandmother and the grandson, they were living in the North Pole in a very small hut. They had nobody to hunt for them and they were very poor. So the grandmother and the grandson, no one was there. Grandson may be very small one and grandmother is very old and they did not have anyone to hunt the food for them. And they were very poor. They were living very poor life. Once in a while, but not often, someone from their Inuit tribe took pity on them and brought the seal's meat and blubber for their lamb. So once again I read the sentence, please, then I will explain. Once in a while, but not often, someone from their Inuit tribe took pity on them and brought them seal's meat and blubber for their lamb. So the people of the tribe sometimes used to bring the meat of the seal fish and blubber. Blubber means oil. Blubber, B-L-U-B-B-E-R. Blubber means oil. Oil for the lamb. So the village people or the tribal people sometimes used to bring for the grandmother and the grandson seal's meat and blubber for their lamb. To burn their lamb, they used to bring oil for them. One day, the boy was so hungry that he cried out loud. So the little boy was hungry and he started crying loudly. His grandmother told him to be quiet. So the grandmother became a little angry. She has nothing to give, so automatically she became upset and she told him to be quiet. But he cried harder. He started crying harder, louder and louder. She became vexed with him. Vexed. Vexed means angry. Grandmother told the boy to be quiet, but he started to cry louder and louder, and grandmother was vexed. Vexed means she got angry with him and cried out, and she started calling, "Oh, Kalopali, come and take this dreadful boy away." So in her anger, she shouted and called Kalopali, and she told Kalopali, "You come and take this fretful boy." Fretful, what is fretful? Restless boy, fretful. F-R-E-T-F-U-L. Fretful means restless. So in her anger, he called Kalopali and asked him to take the little boy. She called Kalopali, "Oh Kalopali, you come and take this fretful boy away. I don't want him. You take him away." Now we are going to see how Kalopali is coming and taking the boy, and the boy is living a life with Kalopali. And we will come to know whether the boy was happy with him or not in the following paragraph. At once, the door opened. So Kalopali listened to the grandmother's voice, and at once means suddenly, at once the door opened. He opened the door, and Kalopali came hobbling on his clumsy feet, which were made for swimming and not for walking. In the first paragraph, I told you that he is living in the northern seas. So he opened the door and came hobbling. Hobbling means walking unevenly. Uneven. He was not able to keep his feet straight, steady. Why? His feet were made to swim in water. So, if you might have seen how a duck walks, or how a drunkard walk. After drinking, some people used to walk. Their feet will be unsteady. So the same way, don't think that Kalopali has drunk. No, his feet were made only for swimming. So he came hobbling on his clumsy feet. Hobbling. H-O-B-B-L-I-N-G. Hobbling means unsteady or unevenly. Not even, unevenly. And clumsy means awkward. What means not at all good to see. Not good to see. Awkward. Clumsy. Clumsy feet, which were made for swimming and not for walking. He put the boy into the large hood. He came inside and he took the boy and he put the boy in his hood. In Then the Kalopalin disappeared as suddenly as he had come. See, at once he came, at once he took the boy, and at once he disappeared. He did not talk to grandmother. He did not even ask her, can I take the boy? He did not ask. He came at once, he put the boy in the hood, and he disappeared suddenly. Now where is the little boy? Now where is he? The little boy is in the hood of Kalopali. Even the grandmother was unable to see him because he was completely hidden in the hood of Kalopali. Now you must know the meaning of hood. I told you. You must know. By and by, the Inuit caught more seals than usual and gave the grandmother plenty of meat. So the Inuit, the people in the tribe, they caught more and more seals. Seal means it's a kind of a fish which the people in the northern pole used to eat. So they caught more and more seals than usual and gave grandmother plenty of meat. Now grandmother is happy, she's getting every day plenty of meat to eat, and she's all alone eating everything. She was sorry, see, but she was sorry that she had given her grandson away. See, now she is realizing her mistake and she is feeling sorry for that. Why she is feeling sorry? She is feeling sorry for giving away her grandson to Kalopalin, and was more than ever sorry that it was to Kalopalin that she had given him away. I read the line once again. She was so sorry that she had given her grandson away and was more than ever sorry that it was to Kalopalin that she had given him away. She was all the way, she was very sorry. Why she was very sorry? She had given her grandson to a monster, not to a human being, not to any tribe people, not to any Eskimos, not to any relative, but she had given her grandson to a monster. That is why grandmother was so sad. She shivered to think of the amount of time he must have to stay in the water with that strange man-like animal. She shivered to think of, she had even no courage to think of that. Her grandson is living in the water. With whom? Like a man, a strange man-like animal. Strange man-like animal. So when she started thinking this, all the more she started to shiver. She was frightened all the more. And she had no peace of mind. She wept about it. She cried for her mistake. Grandmother cried for her mistake and begged the Inuit. I did not write the meaning here. I am going to write the meaning of Inuit. I-N-U-I-T. Inuit means Eskimos. Inuit. So she asked the people, she begged the people to help her. She cried, she begged the Inuit to help her and get him back. To help her. She begged them, you go and bring my grandson. Now I feel sorry for my mistake, what I have done. So you bring my grandson and give to me. She cried all the day and she begged the villagers, begged the Inuits, Eskimos. Some of them said that they had seen the boy sitting by a crack in the ice, playing with a whip of seaweed, but none of them knew how to get him. So the people said, we have seen the boy. We have seen the boy. Where the boy is being sitting? In the crack. Crack means opening. Crack means opening. The ice. Playing with a whip of seaweed. Whip means long piece of seaweed. Grass. Sea grass. but none of them knew how to get him. Nobody knew how to get the boy back from Kalopali. So when grandmother went and begged the Inuits to bring her son, they just consoled grandma, telling that, see, we have seen the boy sitting in the sea. Where is he sitting? In the opening of eyes and playing with the seaweed. But we could not save him. We could not get him. So today I am teaching you only this much. I think you have understood who is Kalopali. Kalopali is a monster having the body of a man, and his feet are clumsy and even unable to walk steadily. He is living in the northern seas, and he is having a very big hood. In the hood, he used to keep the drowning people, and he used to keep them in the hood. And his clothes are made of fur. It's having strips over that. Then again we learned the story of grandma and her grandson. Why the grandmother gave her little son to Kalopali? Because she was unable to feed him anything, and the boy was all the more hungry. And we have seen, after giving away her grandson to Kalopali, what was the feeling of grandma? Grandmother was crying over her mistake. She repented and she went and begged the Inuits to help her. And the following day, we will know how the Inuits are making plans to get the boy from Kalopali. So you'll be eager to hear the story. So tomorrow I will come how the Inuits saved the boy from Kalopali. So thank you for listening me. I hope you have understood the meaning. After completing the lesson, I will give you all the word meaning like the other lesson I have given you. So don't worry, don't write the meaning now. I will give you all the meaning together. Thank you for listening me. Thank you.